it gives me immense pleasure to talk about a subject which is going to be the future. First of all, I'd like to register my wholehearted thanks for the entire team for giving me an opportunity to talk to the youth peoples. At the outset, I like the KIT management for giving me an permission to do a webinar through biggest team with IEI and Ursago. First, before going to the content, actually I want to narrate what is happening really. For the past 2 days, I was with the same session, and I just came to know that yesterday there was an inspiring session by Dr. Ilangovan sir. He said that what we are really doing really in real engineering, or really we are doing for the want of marks or degree. In that way, the entire system, the education system, all over India, what we are actually taught in the campus and what we are actually doing is just for marks. But really, when you are coming out of the campus, then we are really suffering for the job or whatnot. Engineers are not should be like that. They have to create because they are creators. In every meeting, I used to say always, every engineers are equal to God, because God is a creator of world. In such a way, every engineer is a creator of technology. We are creating the technology, we are giving the technology to the society so that the society is developing day by day. Everybody knows about the earlier stage, how we are and now what we are, and future how we are going to be. In that way, keep it in your mind that we are doing an engineering, which means I want to say one thing here: the difference between the science and engineering. Science is something like you can read it and you can mug up it and you can produce it. But engineering is reading it, observing it, and making use of the physical thing to the products and then to the usable products to the consumer. In that way, engineers are always best. I humble request to every budding engineers is to, you should be a creator, you should be a Brahma. In that way, now we are going to the versatile technology, the forthcoming technology in future, Internet of Things, and I'm going to talk about how Internet of Things is going to rule the world in nearly future, when Internet of Things is coming into existence, and how far this cyber security is going to have a pinch on it. And I'm going to touch about cyber security as well as Internet of Things. Now, let's go one by one. Before starting, I wholeheartedly registered my thanks once again to the entire team, IEI, and as well as Ursago and all the partners of this greatest summer internships, continuously for 7 days, 32 hours. Thank you, everybody. Let us go to this topic now. This is the evaluation of technology. Normally, we are using telephones. Now the telephone has been the telephone has been modified as a mobile. Earlier, we were using these kind of desktops. Now we are using the cloud. And earlier, we were using a car like this. And now a car is in that way, like a smart car, a totally unmanned vehicle, taking control by itself. This is what technology is evolving, not only in this area, in every engineering field. You can able to see a dramatic change of developing in technology day by day. But whether we are competent to take this one is the real question, because we are like programmed robot to do a particular thing called continuously mug upping the previous questions and continuously producing the thing in terms of 2 marks, in terms of higher higher answers, and just we are looking for the percentile but not looking for the knowledge. And that's why we are always lagging. But technology is day by day, it is driving, and we are moving faster and faster, particularly as far as India is concerned. For the past 50 years, you just take it out. How is India before, how India is now, and how India is going to be in future? Definitely there is a dramatic change. This change could be possible only by the engineers. But at the same time, we are always talking about the technology, we are always talking about the growth, we are always talking about the sophistication and whatnot, but slowly we missed the humanity, we missed, we missed slowly, we're missing our nature, our Indian nature, Indian culture, Indian heritage. In fact, I can say that we are forgetting the sustainability point of view. Anyway, creating is always a good thing, but keep it in mind that every creation is to be sustainable. And as an engineer, how you are going to give a sustainable solutions for the forthcoming futures. Whatever the technology we are talking about is like it's going to give a sophistication, but as an engineer, those who are my viewers here, please try to understand that whether you can able to contribute anything which is sustainable, even we are using this IoT technology. Here again, when I say as an electrical side, we are using earlier meter was this thing. This meter, no, even we can use to say in the village side, sometimes the meter may go reverse side, but meter may go fast. We can put some magnets, we can do some kind of things to not to give a correct data. This was an earlier meter, but now this has been changed to the smart meters. And that way, in every field of engineering, which is having almost 70 branches, in every 70 branches of engineering, we can do an IoT, we can do a wonderful thing for the betterment. This is the hype cycle, what we are looking for. This hype cycle is actually taken in 2018, but now we are in 2020. Of course, this hype cycle is going to be slightly changed. Here, what this hype cycle is telling you is that about the current technologies, the developing technologies for the next more 10 years. See, for example, like smart dust, flying autonomous vehicles, edge artificial intelligence, smart workspace, virtual assistants, blockchain, connected home, autonomous driving level 4, mixed reality and whatnot. Here, see here that in almost in 2 to 5 years of time, almost we are going to have a virtual assistant, we are going to have a blockchain technology, we are going to have a 5G technology. But after 10 more years, definitely we are going to see autonomous driving level 4, and you can have a brain computer interface and all. This is the hype cycle actually is giving you that how technology is trending and how the technology is slowly developing and what is going to be the technology in the nearly future. The next, we are talking about IoT. Now, the person who is seeing you, who is there is the Kevin Ashton. He is the father of IoT, Internet of Things. He coined the term the Internet of Things. I want to show this below, and he is his dream is now the technology. What is IoT and Internet of Things? Everybody knows. And if you Google it out, we can get a lot of answers like connecting in a computer with a communication device, with the communication things, and with the small sensors, doing some signaling things, and making an integrated product for a particular purpose. It's like Internet of Things actually. In 2003, when I say that this is the thing like. A graph shows between the link between the world population and the connected device as on date. In 2003, we have a 6.3 billions of population, but 500 billions of connected devices at the time. And slowly, we now in 2015, 7.2 and 25 billions. In 2020, now we are almost 7.6 billions of. That's a total world population, but the devices, connected devices, is enormous, more than the population. And this is the current status and future prospect of IoT. When I say the world population is like this, and how this connected device is going to be. See, there are more connected devices than people, and this is the fast. This is in this way, in this particular world now we are in the fast technology. Everything we want fast food, fast service flights, fast service transport system, and fast service kitchens, and everything. Only one thing is not possible, which is fast, is that today we are getting married and tomorrow we are going to get a child, means it is not impossible. Even if a technology is there, then even it is also maybe possible. I don't know. God has to answer for this question. Change is the only thing permanent in the world. Every day there is a change, and every day there is a change in the technology. How IoT works? When I say IoT, these are the 4 different chambers of IoT. When you put together in a cyclic manner or in a combined manner, then we can get an IoT components. When I say any IoT component for any engineering, maybe electrical engineering or chemical engineering or aeronautic engineering or whatnot, even agriculture engineering, biotechnology, even in medical fields, there are the sensor devices is the first most in the initial the device, which is very important for making any physical system to a signal. We need a sensor, and then we need a good communications or a connectivity. We need a good user interface systems, and we need a data processing. So in that way, a sensor, from the sensor, we need data processing, we need a user interface devices, and we need a good connectivity. If these 4 things are integrated together to do any component of IoT. So when I say sensors, if I can give like a small examples, what you are seeing here is a mobile. Everybody is using mobile. Sometimes, if you are doing something in your mobile, just you can give us a small handshake like this in the mobile, then automatically we can do, we can do whatever you want to do, because this is happened because of the sensor inside the inside the device. In that way, sensor is used for mobile services. That is an accelerometer inside the mobile that is giving that kind of if while doing gaming and all, you can able to see that if you want to have a left turn, right turn, you just take a shake like this, and automatically it will move. And that is happened only by sensors. When I say GPS smartphones, you have a sensor inside, and even in camera we have sensors. And likewise, when we talk about connectivity, so earlier we are having a lot of connectivities like satellite networking, wide area network, and even like home area network, even state to state, national to national networks, and Bluetooth, and even low powered wired wide area networks. And these are some of the connectivity what we are having right now in the technology. And even in future we are going to have a Li-Fi, because all those is now the technology has slowly transferred into the fast moving thing called Li-Fi, because we know that we might have been studied in the right from the basics in the schoolings also. Light is the fastest thing in the world, which travels very fastly, 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meters per second. In that way, now we are going to the moving to the next technology is called Li-Fi. So these are some of the connecting devices, or I mean the connecting mediums, which make you to do the work very fastly. So this is the light revolution. So it has slowly came into existence. Now already R&D is done in this. Almost it has been almost implemented to in some laboratory point of view, but not in the commercial product. Here I want to show, this is the picture. What you are going to see is by, we are using a light as the communicating device. This light energy is giving a signal. In that way, here see the light here from the light energy. This is some of the pictures I want to say that from the light we can able to do a communication system. If you want to observe it more and what is going to the future technology, just I want to add you one video for you for just 2 minutes. Just watch this video, please.
Sorry. Yes.
Actually, no. This was the earlier thing what we are doing by through wires. When I use this kind of wires, almost we know what is happening. That's a real thing. Not now we are using it. But when you go for this kind of light, then see what is going to happen. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That is an interesting video which shows that with the use of light, we can able to have take a the speed of internet services is almost it is rising. In that way, the technology is going, and this is only possible with the help of the IoT concepts. The next one is data processing. Everywhere the data, when a data is collected from a particular sensor to a communication system, it should be processed like a collection of data and preparation, as well as it should be given as an input, and it should be processed based on the requirement, and the output will be given, and it is stored in the system. For in that way, the data processing is success. There are a lot of data processing. Um, I mean, no technologies are there. Now the latest technology is like XML processing is the fastest technology that we are using. And when I go for next is user interface. When I say user interface, it's a graphical user interface. It makes the user to be confident and to handle very easily. This is what you are seeing is a front end, and there is a background. We got to write a program on that. So these four different major parts are very important for an IoT. I can give you some of the examples of IoT devices that everybody has know that about it. Amazon Echo, which is like Amazon. This is the thing that we are even some people are using it right now. And this is the next one is Agast doorbell, which helps the people those who can able to observe the people, those who are waiting outside the home. With the help of the sensor here, it will also sense it, and if a person want to give some message, he can talk to this speaker. Mic is there provided in the front end, I mean the gate side, and the people inside the house can understand that who is waiting outside, and who is giving them from the voice. They can able to understand whether the people is a stranger, or the people is a relative or friend or whatnot. In that way, this Agast doorbell camera has been introduced. This is because of IoT. This is one of the IoT device. Similarly, we have a Aware, which is like temperature control system for a living room, and it's a built-in memo. It's again a small automation system with the use of it can be operated using mobile, which is connected through Wi-Fi. We can operate through mobiles within a small living room of all electrical goods, like electrical things like fan or AC or TV, whatever you want to operate, we can make it operate. This is a very handy device. This is possible only by IoT. When I say canary, you can able to see the small what do we call like this parrot, or this one is the name is called canary. The specialty of this particular bird is it has a tendency of observing the emotions of the people. When the people is standing nearby that particular that bird can understand the emotional feelings of whether he is nervous, whether he is moody, whether he is in happy mood, whether he is in dull mood. It can able to understand. Based on this particular technology and based on this particular thing, a technology has been developed named canary. This is like a small IoT device which can able to understand the emotional feelings of every individual, and we can act accordingly to that. Similarly, we have Camberland Maidac. This is again a small home automation system. So why I'm showing all those this in that way technology has taken fastly, and it is shrinking the life of the people, and it's and in that way we are enjoying the technology, and still in future it is going to be dramatic change. I'll show you some more slides for what is going to happen in the future too in the forthcoming slides. And this is the complete architecture of IoT. When you say IoT, these are some of the devices or physical thing which want to take a signal, and this to be just to transform and sync using Spring XD. This is again we can use either Spring, or we can use Hibernate, or you can use Struts. It's again a good technology, and this is having a link with the distributed computing called normally Spark is used now, and this is a big storage device which is having we can use normally now we are using Hadoop HDBS like that. And that is like a small catchy like memories things that we can use, Mongo and JMS and whatnot. And this is fast, fast data transfer is transfers. And we are using normally nowadays we are using normally Python is the programming language and for development of an IoT site. And in few of the companies like some technologies, they are using again R programming also for building an algorithm for an IoT devices. And these are the hardwares just we are able to get it in the market right now. So this is the market now. You can able to see that a single glass which is having entire thing. We can listen music. We can, if you want, we can watch some kind of videos and whatnot. And this almost everybody knows that this is a smart watches and smartphones, and even there is a smart shoe. This shoe, the specialty of the shoe is that it can adjust. It can also read the the what I want to say. If you want to have heels, they are able to have a heels. If you want to have a flat structure, it will have a flat structure. It depends upon the walking style and depends upon the terrain where you are walking. It will automatically make an adjustment. Also, it will measure your health monitoring also. In that way, the IoT hardware devices has been built. And these are the top most IoT companies now are emerging companies. Here I have listed something related to software side, like IBM, Google, Intel. They are the masters and they are doing wonderful technology. And some more core companies are like Siemens is there, they are in the field. Robert Bosch is again there in the field. And L&T, Lawson and Tibur, they are in the field. ABB, they are in the field. They are now looking for this kind of these all companies are turned over to concentrate more on the IoT areas. Everywhere, even in electric vehicle side or in communication side or even in agri side, we are slowly transforming our technology to IoT. IoT internet connections. When I say IoT in internet, so I want to give you, even in internet side, connection sites, IoT is having a big role. The picture what you are showing here is like, assume that we are in the landscaping or earthquake is happening. Something may last. Your internet connectivity may last because if you have a wired system, suppose, assume that. In that wired system, if you miss an internet connections, some important things may collapse for a while or for a period of time. And even when you travel in the flights, normally we will put in flight mode where we lost the connectivity and whatnot. But how this IoT is taken an initiative to solve those problems is like IoT in internet connections project Loom. This is done by Google. Where what you are seeing, the structure is called the balloon-like structure is called the Loom, which is designed by the Google first time in the world. How it works actually, right? Normally, when I say normally this Google, this particular Loom is having a small solar powered sensors here and all communicating small IoT devices. This is filled with helium gas because it has to fly in through the stratosphere. In that way, it has been designed specially. And see here, this is the picture which demonstrates you that suppose if the loom is here, right, it is about near strategy about 2,000 meters away from the surface. And these balloons send signals. If you assume that we are having a lot of, it is some similarly a small tower replacement in the space, something like you can imagine in that way. If there is no towers in the ground level because all are smashed due to earthquake or something like that. But this is like floating in the stratosphere. It is like operating as a tower. So assume you are in the home, we need an internet connection. From the room you can get it because you will have an antenna here. You will have an antenna here. From the antenna, it will directly connect it to the loom because it's something like act as a satellite system, tower system. And then there is a link between tower to tower and whatnot in such a way that the signal reaches the ground station, connect to the local internet provider, which provides service to the network of balloons. So a small IoT device is designed by Google, and this is the design procedure. Actually, there is a solar panel setup is sitting in the loom, and it's filled with the helium gas, and then ready to launch. And here it is launched, and it's placed in the stratosphere. This is picture what you are going to see. And we have an antenna which is on the top of the rooftop of the house, and this antenna is connected to the this particular loom, and it have an internal connections. Even in the if you have a disaster like thing, and you have a connectivity or whatnot, that is possible only by IoT. And the picture screen, what you are seeing in the screen is a Loon's website. This is a Loon website. If you want to become a member, add your profile and grab the job. Fill your names and email ID. If you are interested doing business with Loon, giving feedback to the Loon, whatever you want, just register here. And if you want to be a member, you can be a member, and it's a free member too. And what the picture actually is given here. Previously, before earlier, before the IoT has come, before the technology has developed, there was a flight crash in 1950. Airliner lands with the 92 skeletons on the board. See, when I say skeletons on the board, what is happening actually means without technology, there is no technology at the time, so they couldn't be able to identify a flight which has missed. And see here, did the plane missing for 35 years of flight through the time warp? Is it possible? Means it was a thing earlier, but now it is not so. But it's not so. Not only this is taken for only one flight, but we have a lot of flights like flight one way for again missing, flight MS-370 before 2 years. The search continues to find the missing plane still. But this is taken over by the IoT. Now, even you can able to track the flight right from your mobiles, or those who are your relatives maybe in the ground station, or they may be in the home, or they may be in the work. They can able to do a flight tracking system in how much altitude it is flying, and at what time it is going to reach. Everything can be given as a picture. I mean, we're able to view as a videos or the pictures. It's help of IoT helps in flight tracking too. That is possible only by IoT using automatic dependent surveillance broadcast ADS. This is possible using this technology called automatic dependent surveillance broadcast ADS. This is the picture taken using that technology. See the particular flight. See, these are some of the flights which is flying. Now we are in COVID situation. You've been able to see the flights, but this is taken somewhere sometime. This is a previous one. Actually, this was taken earlier, not now, immediately. See the number of flights. Even these many number of flights are flying, and you're able to track each and every flight. If you click on the flight, we can able to. It will give the full particulars of the flight, passengers inside and passenger traveling, everything. That is only possible. In that way, IoT is helping us. This is taken from the, if you want, even if there is a website called www.flightradar.24.com, you can able to visualize these things. And this is the same one. So this is what, for example, if you're using that network, you can able to see the flight altitude and where it is flying, from where to where it is going, and everything is possible. Even IoT is in emergency cases. You can able to, students have done so many projects too. Sometimes when an accident has been happened, immediately they'll say that when accident has happened, it will also inform the police people or near ambulance services or near hospitals. It will also tell about tell more information about the spot, what happened, everything. And these are the advanced technologies of IoTs. Even IoT is helping in emergency conditions. When I say emergency, I'm talking about a woman's emergency. Suppose women's safety. Then this is the brand called women's safety, but now it is available in market, and that is again a system, virtual system. If you have a tab like if you have a tab like one tab or two double tab, it will try to give you an information. If you give some 5 tabs or something like that, you see it will show the price and everything that is supporting that. It will tell you whether you are in emergency or very most thing to be done. Every information has been done using this virtual thing also. This has been came. So IoT is helping in emergency conditions, road accidents and detections, and all those areas. Similarly, it is in air also. Now what we are going to talk about is like future generation of computer with IoT. So if this is going to be the future actually. Even now we are seeing only this in English movies. Whether this is there in the market means it is going to come, which have a virtual in virtual palm we can able to have a like keypads and we can do whatever you want to. This is like virtual reality based brain detections. I mean the cancer detections. This is one of the thing like detection of damages in the nerve cells of the brain is possible using virtual reality, and this is possible using IoT. This is again a future generation of computer with IoTs here. Using this device called a sensometer, we can able to have a virtual keypad and we can work with the tablets and whatnot. And again, this is peculiar thing which can able to read the mind of the brain. I mean, mind of the people using brain waves. It will tell about the emotions of the emotions of the individuals, and it is possible, and it has been already tested in the research laboratory. And this is a future generation of computers with IoT. See, this is a pill. What is having in his hand? If you have the pill inside, automatically this pill with an IoT technology will tell about the performance of each and every cells. For example, a patient is suffered with cancer. It is able to detect the cancer cells of cells, where it is locating, where it is having where it is located, and what is the condition of the cancer cell and whatnot. This is possible using IoT technologies. And drone, we are very much familiar with that. Even in corona areas, we are having a lot of trending, like WhatsApp trending, like when policeman is coming around. We are some of the students or some of the people are running around here and there. In even some villages, they have been afraid of all those things. This already. Focus towards when I say 2030, what is going to be. I have taken some examples as electrical engineering. Within 30, now we have a battery for which is to be serviced. It will take 30 hours of time to charge. Just for an exaggeration, I'm talking about. Normally, at least 8 hours it needs to be completely charged, full charge. But in future, we are going to have a technology called graphene technology, where a particular battery is going to charge within 30 seconds. It's full charge. See, where is 30 hours and where is 30 seconds? In that way, the focus is, the future is moving forward. The future is in that way. The technology is in that way. But whether we are really competent to face these kind of technology, or we are doing, we are getting BE degree, ME degree, and even some PhD degrees, and whether we are really fond of these things and really know about these kind of things. And again, we have to put, we have to be calm for a moment at least. And which is similarly as a charging within 3 seconds. And salt water to drinking water, which is something like desalination process. Everywhere this is going to happen in future. This is like a graphene. Do you want? I want to tell you a small thing here is that with the help of a pencil, when a pencil having a graphite inside, this is a graphite having. With the help of a small graphite and with the help of a small, what we call this is a cello tape, right? With the help of a cello tape, a particular person has demonstrated, has done a continuous research and continuous process, and finally he found that a real power of graphite. Because when a pencil is having a particles of graphene, when it is powdered in such a way, then if you just want to take this and you want to separate this powder and finally separated a small particle, small particle of graphene, which is weightless and which is having very good conductivity from that particular graphene. Even this is a Nobel Prize award winner. The future is going to be like that. With the help of the graphene, they are going to design flight. They are going to design. Even now, if we are using the body of even now fiber came as the material. Now, in future, it's going to be like graphene. Even it can be used in scooters or even cabs or helmets or whatever. Even in dresses, clothes. This graphene material is going to take over in the nearly future. Maybe like focus 2030. This is going to happen with the graphene because it is very, 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 very thin and weightless, but having sturdy in nature. And this is going to be the future, mobile phones actually using graphite. If you see that graphite, the future mobile phone is going to be like this. Just if you want to have it as a band, and if you want to have a top like this, it's going to be a paper model. Similarly, we are going to have a graphene supercapacitors, solar panels using graphenes and whatnot. And this is going to be the 2030 technology. When you say applications of IoT, it's for a want of time, just to shrink it, but everywhere in any technology, we can use IoT in energy conservation, transport side, social life and entertainment side, agriculture or farming, home automation, smart environment building or smart. When I say smart environment, automatically we know India has taken an initiative called smart, what we call it, smart city. For that, almost 20 different states has been already taken, and now the process is going on. Health and fitness area, supply chains, logistics, and whatnot. See, this is going to be the smart. When an application of IoT, when IoT is coming into existence, how it is going to change dramatically the thing. Before that is means now we are using this. Now we are seeing this kind of traffic process and this kind of transport system. What we are having right now, when IoT is implemented, automatically see the traffic system. Each vehicle has to communicate to the near vehicle automatically. It will always maintain the distance. It always check out the speed of this vehicle and what this vehicle parking and whatnot. There's no chance of accidents. Otherwise, I can say accidents. The chance of accidents is very minimum, or maybe like 5% or 10% may occur. Now every day we are facing, every day when you see a dailies or when you see in some news channels, you can able to witness that a lot of accidents are happening. When I replace by IoT, it can be reduced. And this is like a shopping mall, but now we are having we are doing this kind of shopping. In future, the shopping is going to be virtual, right from the home with using a virtual technology, virtual reality. We can able to witness what is there inside the shop, and we can select the product. We can able to see the the storage. When I say how much pieces are there left and how much pieces are there. Even everything is possible using IoT. This is like an automated car. Now we are doing this kind of car. This is going to be the future using IoT. And even in farming side, we are doing this kind of farming now. When I use IoT, the farming is going to be like this. And when I say in hospital side or healthcare, this is the thing what we are using. This is normal ICU unit, but where we are seeing now, and this is going to be the mass. The technology-oriented ICU unit, and even in classrooms. Now we are examining. Actually, we are discussing also. Earlier, this was the classroom section. Now the classroom section is like this, and future is going to be real virtual classrooms. Who knows? God only knows, because technology is fastly developing. The in COVID situation, I hope we all realized this technology transfer. Am I right? And earlier, this was the petrol filling system, and after IoT is used, this will be the petrol filling, automatic petrol filling system. And when this IoT is slowly, when you go on increasing the technology, when so many products of IoT has been done, then we can make a smart city very easily. And these are some of the cities I have taken in Tamil Nadu, Chennai, Coimbatore, Dindigul, and so on. But now I'm taking some Coimbatore as an example, because I'm in Coimbatore. Just I'm taking Coimbatore slowly and changing into smart city. I want to show you a small video here, how it works actually, how IoT is working in smart city. These are the cities has been selected in India as a smart cities. Now the process has already started. Since I'm in Coimbatore, just I want to highlight it here as a Coimbatore, but everywhere this has been already started. Please watch the video for 2 minutes. this video. For the want of time, just I'm stopping there. I can share this if you want, you can have. Otherwise, if you Google it, you can see a lot of videos like this. And that way, you know, in every smart city, we can make use of this particular IoT technologies. And now we are slowly moving towards the technology, and every Indian state has been slowly transferring. I mean, there are some locations has been selected as a samples. In future, maybe India is going to be the smart country itself. The earlier, no, actually this is basically no IoT. When you say IoT, I can say M2M, M2M, M2M. There are 4 M2M concepts. When you say first M2M is like man to man. That was the earlier thing which we are practicing now. Next one is like man to machine or machine to man, M2M concepts. And now we are in third M2M is called machine to machine. Maybe future, we don't know if the technology is going on developing, maybe machine to God, who knows. When I say God, God means like something like nature, which is invisible, which is beyond our control. We are trying to control the nature also. That's why I'm just adding that. In future, maybe like machine to God, who knows. The technology is driving in that way. We are throwing fast technology and we're driving a fast technology without thinking about sustainability and whatnot. This is the picture, actually in Coimbatore, we have a automatic system. This is like machine, when I say machine to man interface, a robo system. That is a robo hotel in Coimbatore, which is having, which take order automatically to supply the things to the customer. This is one of the live example for IoT man to machine contact. This is usage of IoT in a snake robot. Normally, this kind of thing is used in defense purposes. Normally, for high terrace buildings, if you want to have a watch, normally the people used to send this particular snake robot through the pipeline, water line, or whatnot. It will slowly go inside the pipeline. It will try to monitor what is happening, and it will take the image, photographs, and even it will sense the speech, or it will record the voice recordings also. Even you can able to see this kind of snake robots even in film called Endired. If that way the technology has been developed, now it is already in use in defense sites. Even though the sensor has taken, sensor is even has been used in cow. Sensor even every cow. Normally this is a shoot taken in. Normally this is used in New Zealand and Denmark. The world of IoT, even cow will be connected and monitored. Sensor are implanted in the ears of the cattle. Here there is a sensor. This allows the farmers to monitor the cows while it is while it's going for when he is in when the cow is in the remote location, or maybe the farmer in the house, or he can able to monitor what the cow is doing and whatnot. It can able to view the health of the cow and how much it's going to supply milk and whatnot. And so everything can be possible using IoT. And this is a project that has been already implemented successfully. So far we are talking about the goodness and the merits of IoT. Of course, it is very happy to hear that we are in the advanced technology. We are happily enjoying the technology. But on the other side, what happens really? This is really an experiment which happened really. The robo stop, and actually Facebook has been Facebook tried this, and Facebook shut off all those things. What happened is they created a small robo called Alice and Bob. These two machines actually, they coded this particular machines in such a way that to support the human being. But what happens actually, sometimes later, this particular robo is interacting to each in its own language, which couldn't able to interpret. Human being couldn't interpret. So that happened a big collapse. After two robots begin to speak in their own language, only they can understand. Then there happened a big collapse. And this is again the negative side of IoT. When this happens automatically, then we have to enter into the cyber security concepts. So for what we discussed is about IoT technology, and now we are going to talk about cyber security. Why, how this cyber security is going to take a role here. Now we are in COVID situations. Everybody knows that. Earlier we have only we have offices. We go and work in the offices where we have systems, where we have a sophisticated sensors and whatnot. Except some of the home or some of the big shops, they have IoT based IoT based devices in the homes. But now what happens? This corona has teach that every home is an office now, right? Because we are a work at home concepts. Every home is an office. Everybody is working at the home, and even that can be a attack to a particular home because home is office now. So we have to be very careful about, because all those IoT technology are and going to take place in the in the space using a communication system, using internet devices. When one who is good enough in softwares and he knows abyss of the system, then he can intrude into the system. He can collapse the entire process of the system. So that is must and mandatory for every individual to focus on cyber security. When you say cyber security, there are five major objectives. One, it should have a confidentiality, integrity. It should have availability. It should have a authentication, and it should be non-repudiation. These are the five different objects for each and every cyber security aspects. When you say cyber security, there are a lot of mode of issues. There are a lot of mode of issues can happen. This normally you may have like a phishing link. This is one method where now you can even people may everybody is using mobiles right now, and you know that you will have sometimes you may have received a text message like, no, I'm going to give you a big Apple iPhone for ₹1. Automatically, the enthusiasm in each and everybody will automatically come out, and will just try to click it on and to get a Apple mobile phone i7 for ₹1. And sometimes they will give 100 kg of rice for ₹1. They may have a lot of messages like this. If you click on the message, then that's finished off, because you are under arrest, or your particular device will be taken care by the third party, which is in the remote area. So this kind of attacks is called phishing attack. Sending a text message or a link, and if you are just clicking on that, automatically you are surrendered to the third party, one who is monitoring there in the next slide. When you say attacks, there are different types of attacks. The first one is like phishing attack. The next one is called the passive attacks. When you say passive attack, this is an attack like see, for example, I want to give you as an example here. Bob and Alice are the persons. They want to communicate to each other. Bob want to communicate to Alice through internet, but in the middleman here can able to read the content or the message of Bob or Alice. Only he can read. Whatever he is sending, he can read. And these kind of attacks is called passive attacks. Passive attacks. And this is like an active attack. What happens is that, again, there is a sender, there is a receiver. The sender is sending a message to the receiver, but a person in the middle side, or a man in the middle, we can say like this, he can able to receive the message, and he can modify the message and can send it in another way. This is called active attack. Previously, he cannot able to modify, but here he can able to modify the message, and this kind of attack is called like active attack. This is like botnets. I can able to visualize you if you see Ender film. That is one robot which will produce n number of robots by himself, because it's self-programmed like this. In that way, here a small software has been built, and that particular software in later it will give a lot of other patches of software by themselves, and entirely it will slowly grab to the system, and it slowly try to stop the process, entire process, or finally it will make it may shut down the entire process, or it may even corrupt anything. So this kind of technology is called botnet technology, or bot-like cyber attacks. The next one is called sniffing attack. This is again in between two persons, that the middleman can just hear what you are talking about and what you are sending, and everything is possible. And next, what is it is called man in the middle attack. Normally this is again, this is they use this kind of technology. It depends upon the people's desire. And the people is very much desire to do something easily, and if you want to have anything without paying money, then these kind of people will automatically come inside. They will automatically, they have a data analytics behind the screen, and they will try to pull out particular persons, and automatically they know your desire actually. They will, because they have a data analytics, and they will give a type of a message or something. They will come into intrusion, and they will raise your desire, automatically you will be automatically detected. And this case is called like the man in the middle. In between two, there will be a third man. You will take all your confidential data by raising your desire and whatnot. And this is called spoofing. When I say spoofing, and again, this is the case for when a user is there and he is a second person. If you want to receive you are going to give a message or you are going to give anything to the second party. The attacker, this is a third party attacker who is sitting somewhere else. You are sending say kind of messages via a Bluetooth device or whatnot. You are going to give messages like this, and he is going to give mix some other messages, and finally these two are mixed, and this particular third person will not receive the actual one, but instead he will receive the mixture of both, and he will be getting confused. And this kind of attack is called spoofing attack. Otherwise, the information what he received is a perfect information from the first party to the second party, but the third party is interfering. That whole system will collapse. This is like denial of service as a DOS attack. We make a, for example, I can narrate like this. If you want to, if you involve the process control system, you want to stop a particular process by stopping a motor, by sending a signal to a particular motor which is running the particular drive. In that way, if you're just giving in the command, a third man will enter into the system, and he can have a time delay of a particular signal, so that the motor will not stop at the time what you want to stop, but instead it will stop sometimes later, or even it will collapse a process. And the next what you are here see here is called it's another type of technology where it has multiple attacks at a particular time. What this particular attacker will do, this is normally done in a group of people in a particular areas. We call it as like zombies. He will just try to confuse all those people in and around. He will try to confuse everybody else, and he want to do what he wants actually by confusing all. When you are finding the solution for your confusion, he will slightly enter into the system, and he will pick up what he wants actually. This is kind of attack is called a zombies attack. And when I say IoT algorithm, when I use the IoT, when you have a Pakka security system, I'm having a protective password and whatnot, but still there is a possibility for hacking is possible. I'll tell you the one case study here. For example, let us take a Facebook. So Facebook is highly encrypted. We have a protective concepts. For example, somebody is want to intrude into your particular Facebook account. For example, Teja Saru, he is a male, 18, and he is having his email ID and so on. Sometimes because this particular password is not in the text format, but this is in the encrypted format. It is encrypted format. It will be automatically stored. The person can come inside and he can check, and he can give a password. He can make a trial on password. And what actually happens is that this is the password actually given by the particular person. This particular password is changed into MD by hashing technology, and this will be encrypted like this. And this is the encrypted version of this particular password, and this is the actual language, actual thing which is actually stored here normally. Even a person when going much deep into that, and he just trying to catch all those things using like there are some dictionary attacks. We have a lot of dictionaries. From the dictionary, if you're able to pick up all those things, and even if you're trying it that level, automatically he can enter into the system, but the Facebook will not open. The reason why is that because it is again I told you there is a technology called salt technology that I will give in the next slide. This is because that is possible only. For example, I can tell you like this, right? If you give a password like this, it will give a code like this. But instead, next time if you go inside this one, if you copy this and if you put it here, and definitely it will not give the original password as test 1 2 3 4 5 6, because this is one side. This is one way options. We cannot do it, reverse it. This can be done like this, but this cannot be done like there can be reverse like test 1 2 3 6 like one. So the particular person who want to enter cannot able to enter inside. And this is possible only, next, this is possible like this because we have how we are trying to take all those passwords are from the rainbow table. This is a rainbow table, like as I told, this is like a dictionary already there in the website. So who knows the technology, they'll go inside and it will table. For every passwords what we are typing, it will try to create, and that is a dictionary. If you want to go and go to this website, if you just catch it, and if you want, you can do it. But how to come out of this one is that, like as I told, like F and 2P. This is called salting algorithm. For example, test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the actual password by the person who is giving for his password app. I mean Facebook app. Now, the programmer in the Facebook site, programmer who is a master controller, he just add an algorithm called sorting algorithm, where in this test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, he can add somewhere else like this is a type of coding called sorting algorithm coding, which is included in and around included into the original passwords, and it is stored. What is actually doing is that, for example, how I can say that this algorithm is a perfect algorithm, because assume that we are cooking, two persons are cooking in a particular area. One person is adding some salt to the sambar what he is cooking for, and the next person nearby is going to add the salt for the same sambar. I mean, he is cooking separately. He is going to add the salt to the same sambar. Maybe the taste may be almost similar, but we cannot say that the both persons are added a particular amount of salt to the sambar what they are prepared. There may be at least a minor amount of difference in the salts may be possible. In that way, this salting algorithm will work. Okay, and how to mitigate? I mean, I'm talking about the cyber security. These are some of the issues I told you, like phishing link and botnets and whatnot. How to reduce these kind of attacks actually. So for that, we should follow these particular things, like hardening of a system. Hardening, when I say hardening, making into different layers of programs, and each and every layer is to be, for example, if you want to enter into a suppose you want to enter into a particular house, if the house is having n number of gates, then it's very hurdle for you to break each and every gate and enter into the house. In that way, if the house is having single door, you can easily break it out and go enter into the house. You can bring it out whatever you want. In that way, hardening is one of the things which is having n number of adults in terms of software techniques, and you need to give access control only to the particular person. Access control should be unique, or it should not be common to all. And next one is like intrusions. When I say intrusions, you have to detect the intrusions as well as you have to prevent the intrusions, and you have to have the patch management system. And we have to control on electronics as well as physical parameters, application whistling, and you have to defense in that. These are the common methodology that we are using right now for the mitigation purposes. And next one is like cyber security standards. When I say cyber security, because why this particular cyber security is not evolved that much, we are not that much, it's not in the system actually, because of it has some issues, like we have to fix some standards for anything to come out and when anything to be reached to the public. That way, BIS, NISTP, CERT, when I say CERT, NICC, these are the standards of cybersecurity. These are cybersecurity standards setups. These people have to set certain rules and regulations, and this to be get approved by the people, and then it has to come into existence. Until then, this particular cybersecurity things will not be in the market very for the user point of view. As far as toys having, when we want to communicate, you need some sort of regulation body like TRI. Similarly, if you want to have a cyber security standards, we need some kind of regulatory body. These are some of the regulatory body are taking care of these things, and soon we'll have certain standards for cyber security, and it will be used by the public very soon. How to implement these kind of standards? When I say standards, the standards are working on this particular point of view, like network partitioning. They want to partition each and every network so that the security can be raised. Hardening of the host, centralized authentication system, and you have to give some kind of audit trials, secure code practices, and protected communications. These are the implementations of security standards, and when this is the process of security standards. And these are some of the pictures I want to show you that IoT is used in agricultural engineering for farming, where we have a type of different types of sensors located in different places, and we can be able to make a control on that. Even in biomedical point of view, in the heart, we have a pacemaker system, where this particular pacemaker system is controlled using IoT device. In mechanical and in aeronautical, we have IoT. In electrical and electronics engineering, we have a smart car. This is going to be the future now, drones and whatnot. And I hope I am at the end of the session. So Internet of Things is the only tip of an iceberg. What you are seeing, what I have given is just an introduction, outline of IoT, but I'm not, that is much more in the deep sea. What you are seeing, like it's like an ocean. It is something is invisible. We have to come out and we have to make yourself to be, if you want to know the abyss of system, then you have to be a consistent and it should be sustainable too. How many steps have you walked today? Walk with us. We help you a lot in the nearly future. Welcome to the future, the 2030 project. I hope I have completed my session. Thank you for your patient listening.
Sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Speech on IoT, sir. It is on brainstorming. Every slides were very new for the participants, new informations. So, can I take up the questions, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please. Yes, sir.
Sir, Avnesh Kumar has asked, it is possible to charge a vehicle in running status so that we can save more time during charging any vehicle, sir?
Yeah, that is a trial taken by ABB. But no, it is highly impossible to run with charge completely for a particular vehicle. We have issues in implementation point of view, but that is a trial done by ABB system. And even if you go to Bangalore, we can able to visualize that the test thing. It has been already in research. Right now, there is a process on fast charging of vehicles within 3 seconds. 3 seconds. Within 3 seconds, we can able to charge the entire vehicle. As he was expecting that during running, and if you want to stop, you are not going to stop the vehicle for so much amount of hours. We are going to just stop for 3 minutes or maximum 5 minutes. It's like a tea break where we can have a good charging. That kind of implementation is not possible right now. It's on trial. It's on trial.
Thank you, sir.
Because we have to meet the losses. We got to meet the losses.
Thank you, sir. Another candidate has asked, do you trust IoT applications in terms of implemented security? Security, sir, regarding security.
That's what I am talking about. It's highly right now. There is no Pakka security system has been implemented for all the IoT devices which is coming out as a product. Yes, because there are the people very good in technology, like hackers. When you say hackers, sometimes maybe ethical or sometimes maybe unethical. Because ethical people are not going to do something, but unethical people, they can enter into this they can enter into the system. So we cannot give 100% security when you say cyber security, because as I told at the end of the thing, that because there is no regulatory body formed right now as far as in India to took over all those things, to take charge of all those things. At this point of view, I can say all the IoT devices are not perfectly secure. So we can able to say no. One.
Okay, sir.
Are you okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yes.
So another question from the same candidate: difference between IoT and cyber physical systems, CPS.
Cyber physical system means it's a Pakka network actually, where we have only the sensor point of view. A cyber physical system, when I say, for example, let us take EV, like a power station or a power station or a ground station or whatnot, where we have a type of sensors. Only the sensors and using when from the sensor we can able to communicate, and the particular physical thing what you are looking for is called like by cyber physical system. When you say IoT, it's a combination of all four different parameters which I was talking about.
Okay, sir. So another question from the same candidate: what will be the impact of IoT on crises such as COVID-19?
We can see in two different things. One, IoT is helping in for the mankind, particularly in point of COVID situations, because for the spread of this, we are suffering from this pandemic for the last 3-4 months, particularly as far as in India is concerned. On the other side, when there is a development, fast development, definitely it is going to be a big issue for a human, because for any technology is taking place, we are not very much thinking of sustainability. We are only thinking about sophistication. So for a COVID point of time, it may be a good replacement, but it is not sustainable.
Thank you, sir. So another same question from the same candidate: how artificial intelligence plays a vital role in aerospace domain?
I'm sorry, I'm from electrical side. I doesn't know something about this artificial. I'm just now only I'm just stepping inside the artificial intelligence, particularly in terms of aeronautical side. I'm not having that much particular answer to say him. Maybe he has to look after to his professor, like somebody who
Okay,
is well
sir.
versed in aeronautical engineering.
Okay,
Sorry.
thank you, sir. Thank you. Another question from Preet Kumar: privacy issues and also leads to the question, who will control the IoT? If there is only one company, that would potentially lead to monopoly, hurting customers and other companies. If there are multiple companies that are given access to the information acquired.
Yeah, understood the question actually.
Yes,
That
sir.
is what the problem is, that I told you. Access control should be unique. If the access control is multiple, then there will be a problem, and that is what the regulatory body is planning to have a system, and they will have a good regulation. It should be published actually. It is not in. Now only they are taking so many case studies from even Ukraine power station blast and everything. So many cases around the world and even in India, and they are forming a regulatory body. But as far as now, it should be like unique access control. If you have a unique access control and you can able to achieve this, if you have a multiple, then definitely there will be inclusion of third party.
Thank you, sir. About the Cantry device, how it is able to understand human emotions like that bird?
That is what we can able to have. You might have to hear about the project like that is a project which can able to read the mind of the people, like by uh, observing the alpha, beta, gamma rays of the particular patient. From the observation, we can do some kind of analytics. That is already it is there actually in coma patients, and is helping some physically challenged persons. It is on trial now. Actually, there are small sensors which has been placed, and it will observe the alpha, beta, gamma rays of the particular patient, and based on that, and it is trained in such a way that if a patient is feeling like this, it has to give command like this. If the patient is feeling like this, it has to give command like this. In that way, but that is taken by the that bird which I was telling you. But that is the bird is a special bird. If you want to just Google it out, it will be it's like something like a miracle. But from that particular bird concept, they just tried by placing different sensors, location and the body, emotions, temperature of human body. If you are in happy mood, you will have a different temperature. If you are in a tough mood, you will have a different temperature based on your iris movements, everything. A lot of things are a lot of sensors inside, and we'll try to collect the data, and it will give the emotions control. There are
Thank
some
you.
emotion control projects. Already it is successful.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. From other question, Harish Kumar. From Harish Kumar, Can we implement the IoT in production or manufacturing industry?
Yeah, it is already done in some kind of textile factories. Now it has been implemented in so many textile factories. Production that is going to the future actually. Industrial 4.0 revolution is going to tell you that it's completely taken over by IoT. What basically IoT is, we need a sensor that physical parameter is to be taken out as a signals, and those signals is to be data processed, and some kind of command is to be given via internet, and based on this output and input, we have to interact. We have to make a control. Uh, Highly in manufacturing sector, processing sectors, chemical processing, even manufacturing, every manufacturing process, definitely there is a chance for replacement of IoT in nearly future.
Okay, sir. Thanks. From the candidate Akshaya, the researchers in IoT increases its proportionality increases of risk of security, misusing the technology, and also increases rapidly. Is there any
100%,
possibility to reduce the act of misusing?
100% it is possible. 100% right now, 100% is possible. But still, there is a cyber security police officials they are taking care of. Now these police officials or cyber security infrastructure. I mean, the team is working for only for the no like type of a bank robbery or a human being. When particular human is in struggle in whatnot like theft, so and so. They are not concentrating on particular industrial process. And otherwise, no. Why can't you have witnessed attack called ransomware attack for Satyam computers? No future earlier. We might have heard about one long time back. Total Satyam computer has been attacked. Every system has been blocked and ransomware attack is done. In that
Thank you,
way,
sir.
the security aspects is not 100% fulfilled as far as now. But still, they are taking so many initiatives based on the case studies. And once if the regulatory body for all those things has been framed, I hope slowly we can give give a solution for all kind of security aspects.
Yes, sir. Another question from the Preet Kumar candidate. The automation of IoT will have a devastating impact on employment prospects of less educated workers, and we are already witnessing jobs using lost to automate machines, such as checkout line in supermarkets and even ATMs. So, what poor people will do the future world with formal educations? So, employment prospects.
Of course. Uh, this is really this is even in my mind. When everything is taken over by technology, then who is going to support the human being? Um, but we have to accept the change always no. Earlier we got to see our ancestors or our forefathers what they have done and what we are doing, because we are moving with the fast technology and we got to adapt to the technology. That's it. One who is good enough, one who is having the stuff, definitely he will be in the market. One who is not having stuff, he has to do some market, he has to see some other way. But we have changes are always there. It is inevitable, and we have to accept the change. On the other side, uh, whatever may be that every machine is taken replaced by a human, but I can say only one thing: nothing is possible without human brains. So always humans are there. Then we'll have a separate or another route to have a job or whatnot. That's what I told in the initial talk itself. Instead of talking about these kind of technologies, we are doing this, that, everywhere that's sophistication and whatnot. We are not thinking about the sustainability. Even that's what this SDG goals is also talking about. Every engineer has to think about in that way that the sustainability of any creativity. If that is the if you think in that way, if you create a sustainable product, then automatically there will be a chance for every human being to be in touch. It may be employability, or it may be finance, or it may be anything. But any technology which is taking place or which is transferring in the livelihood or the nature of human living styles, we have to accept that.
Thank you, sir. Another question from Srivas. It is possible to fly a flight using battery in future, sir?
Using battery means that is a flight like solar flights. Now it's already in trial. Actually, there is a solar flight. It has the solar plates are already patched or embedded on the wings of the flights. From the solar, it is again stored. Um, Maybe in future there are paper batteries, and there are a lot of battery researches, battery conservation management researches going on, different replacements of battery, even ion battery. You might have heard about lithium ion battery. We are heard about we are using now lithium ion nickel cadmium batteries as batteries now. Maybe in future there is a battery called ion battery, and IAAC has been taken initiative. They are doing research, and it's been successfully done. That is, it will last for more than 400 400 years. A single battery which can last for 400 years for continuous charging and discharging. In that way, there is a different research is going on. Maybe as he is asking for, maybe in future, like if you are doing wonder research in the battery areas, there is a possibility, but still it has to support by another any source like solar or any like the natural resources or renewable sources.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Yeah, I asked for a flight, sir. Can we use in flight
I'm not
for
talking about
flying?
flight. That's what I mean. When I say
Okay.
flight, I know again battery has to. We have to think about the weight of the battery, because already it is carrying its own weight, and then the passenger weight and the goods, and then if you are adding more batteries to the, because it's a big engine, has to take more thrust and power. Again it is added weight for the flight. That's what I'm saying. If you do some kind of a battery researches, as far as like ion battery, paper batteries are is to come, if that is very, if it is having long-lasting charging hours or something, it is highly possible to do that kind of battery-based
Thank you,
flights
sir.
also.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Another question from Aditya Sharma. Can you name any online learning platform where we can learn about IoT like certification courses?
I will share you the links after this. I have a lot of links, blogs which has been. All those things what I have taken is again from the links and from my experience and my with the help of my colleagues. No, I want to. They also given some inputs. I'll share you all those links at the end of this one so that you can share with all the people.
Yes, sir. Sharu Mati, candidate, was asking, IoT has many advantage, but wouldn't it have impact on gene evolution of living beings? Gene evolution of living beings.
Gene evolution,
Yes, sir.
something related to medical, am I right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. From a biological aspect.
That's what I told you in one slide. When I say biological aspects, I'm not much more good enough in biology, the cell or what, and those things. But though that is a, I told you one, that is a small capsules which I have shown there. It's an IoT built capsule, which if you take inside, automatically you try to find the cancer cells, affected cancer cells of the human body. It is possible. It is there even in the biological field. When you say agriculture, agriculture field, we can able to identify the uh, what is it? Identify the infected areas of the plants by some insects or worms or whatnot. It's highly possible in that area. I don't know how much it is it is playing a role in terms of pure biology or but that is impact of IoT in every field, even in biotechnology. But I'm not having that much perfect content about that thing.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Another candidate, Punita, is asked. It affects IoT may affects the health of humans if it is used widely in the
Oh,
future.
no, that it is done in that way, like using organic materials. For example, I can say if now we are using pacemakers, now we are using a lot of surgical things. Even for example, if you do an operation, if you fix a plate inside that, it is not going to give harm to any human beings. In that way, it will take energy from the body. From the body heat, it will take energy, and it will give continuous. It's not going to give any harm to at all, because the materials will be an organic. It should adapt to the human being. In that way, the material science has done a big research on that.
Another candidate, Sai, Yes, as due to is IoT, people are losing their security due to cyber crimes. Recently, some news have come that the Zoom contacts have been kept in the black market for sales. Zoom using Zoom is safe or not?
Not only, that's not only Zoom or everything which is now which is for free. Even if you for free, whatever may be for free, definitely there will be when it is cut to the internet, then we have to take the preventive measures. Even actually, even we came to know that at the time of once this COVID situation started, every education institutions and everybody has started with using Zoom meeting, and there was a memes that Zoom is not that much. It's not a perfect one. We have threats in that. So many things has came, but even in Zoom, if you do such kind of settings, automatically we can able to come out. We can able to secure ourselves. But beyond that, which is not everything is not in our control.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Another candidate has asked a recent incident happened in Vizag. The leakage, so a lot of them were affected. How IoT helps to overcome such incidents?
It is not IoT placed plant, I think, first of all. If you do IoT, if you do IoT there, automatically the sensor is going to inform you in well in advance. You're going to have the system. It is going to have everything automatic process. But that is not with IoT. If IoT is implemented, sometimes it may be taken in a positive way. Sometimes we can able to know. We can able to protect, or we can able to protect the livelihoods of some human beings if it is implemented with IoTs.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Samuel has asked, Li-Fi technology first introduced in 2011 March. It's almost 9 years ago. When will our Indians get on experience of it, sir? Hands-on experience of it.
It's a good, actually, it's a good and interesting question. Uh, Always no, we used to say, but I should not say this in the, we Indian are always doing fast and everything, but there are a lot of political issues behind that, and there are political things, and there are so many things we have to crash, because anyways, some technology is coming into India. First, we need to accept that, and we need a sufficient funds for that. We need to educate to the to the people. A lot of supply there are supply chain system is there to follow for coming for any kind of new technologies coming into India. So he doesn't know that first of all we are talking about only 2G systems, later 3G systems. Now it is 4G. Even it's going to 5G is going to come up very soon. Similarly, India means everybody has to take an initiative. Particularly on this is on the next side of big shots and political side. They have to give an answer for this.
Thank you, sir. The Vikram, another candidate asked, it is true by installing a fishy filter on email application, we can protect ourselves.
Yes, possible.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you. And Saidharan has asked how data science and data management are helpful for engineers.
That is going to the nearly future, actually. So because for any kind of process or any kind of automation necessary, if any artificial intelligence, the computer has to take out is going to take out the human. I mean, it's going to replace by human. Then it needs some kind of analytics. It has to take some decision based on some analytics, based on the data stored, based on the requirement and whatnot. So in that way, everywhere, if computer has to be, if anything is to be automated, we need a data analytics on that. We need to collect some data. Based on the data only we can do automatic judgment or automatic what is that? Automatic signal. In that way, automatic it is very very important and need of the hour for the automation to be done. Data analytics and data processing is must and mandatory.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Another candidate, Indra, has asked difference between wireless sensor network and IoT networks.
IoT network and IoT network means when I say wireless is the communication system actually. When IoT means it should connect a device or it should connect a system with an internet. When internet device may be wired or wireless, what will happen in that particular point of thing means only in terms of speed actually. If it is wired system, then automatically we have a we have to take care of the speeds, mismatch and whatnot, and it is defined again a big design in the processor area. If you have a Wi-Fi and it again about this, it again about it will have high speed, then again you have to do a process in the selection of processes and whatnot. But process wise, whether it any devices you connect to the internet and to the computer, both are same. This is only the communicating point of view, whether it should be Wi-Fi or it's a wired network.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for a brief answering all the questions of the participants. It was clearly, I think everybody got the answer what they asked in the chat box. So,
Yes,
thank you very much, sir, for your
yeah.
knowledge throwing, light throwing on IoT concepts, sir. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, Prakash and our Dr. Suresh sir. So I think it was a very I think.
Hello.
I think a couple of days. I think you made the presentations very well, and the presentations what you have given that itself shows. I think QA session itself it has gone almost 30 minutes. Many questions have been poured up by our students. Definitely, that itself has given the overall appreciation for your session. I think. Thank you so much. Since we are all connected with the wireless technology, and this topic is very need of the hour definitely because everybody is involved without do's or don'ts. They are part of our session this IoT as well as wireless technology, everything. So a small mobile phone which connects globally. So that is what we are seeing it today, and everybody is connected from various part of our country, and they got very abundant knowledge. And definitely, I think you have given an insight about this IoT as the initial presentation, and you have got to get in you have taken inside the cyber security and closed up with standards. So definitely, I think the multidisciplinary students who are there inside, they got a very thorough knowledge. We can say that as a introduction part of IoTs and cyber security. I think every students, I think they would have been installed so many softwares and many things in their mobile phones, laptop. I think it is the right time. I think they have to check which is required and which is not required because cyber security, without knowing us, everything is being corrupted from somebody. We may not know who is that. So definitely, as our Suresh has given a lots of news, and tomorrow's the world is going to see IoT in very big changeover. That's what after this COVID, this IoT 4.0, big data analytics, those things are going to be a tremendous change, including robotics and disruptive technology. Once again, I thank you from the organizing committee of this summer internship organized by IEA and Ursago Solution for our speaker of the day, Dr. S. Suresh. So may I invite our Dr. Balamurugan to just felicitate our speaker by your words.
Gokul,
Yes, sir.
from my side, I would like to acknowledge.
Yes, sir. Yes, proceed, sir. Proceed, sir.
Again, I know it's very much happy to be the part of this particular internship. Just I throwed some insights. That's what I know. I never went much deep into that because just I prepared. I want to know. Just I want to give a motivational thoughts of IoT. I don't know how much I have done and how much I have given to the students, but anyway, it's a small initiative which I have done to each and every student. It's a big ocean, as I said. Just get into the ocean, try to swim, and try to come out. We can get a lot of things, and we can learn a lot of things by yourself. At the outset, I'd like to thank the entire team of members for giving an opportunity to talk few words about IoT and cyber security. And I would like to, at this point of time, I'd like to thank the entire team of members, my members, the NCTS team of KIT, Karan Institute of Technology, and Professor Prabhakaran, who has given me and helped me a lot by giving a lot of inputs. The engineer, Tangavel engineer, Harish, and I'd like to thank the management for giving an opportunity to proceed very freely, to participate in this particular forum very freely. Thanks for giving permission. from the management side, and thanks for accepting me to be the part of this one. I thank the president, Gokul sir, Vignesh, Balamurugan, Prakash, and each and every student friends in the meeting. Thank you, one and all. Thank you for your patient listening. Thank you, one and all.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Even we also thank your management who has given you the approval to deliver this wonderful session. Thank you so much. Can I invite Dr. Balamurugan?
Yeah,
Yes,
what you are
Gokul.
seeing background is like it's a NCDRC laboratory situated, located in our campus. Actually, we are doing a kind of research here. There is a team of
Very
members
nice,
who are
actually.
working on this.
Okay, very nice, sir. Yeah,
Very
Balamurugan,
nice.
please proceed.
Yes, Gokul. Thank you so much, and thank you, Suresh, for your wonderful session. So it was excellent. That I could see that more people have poured in a lot of questions, and they have given. They want to have an insight of each and everything. That is the curiosity. A speaker whoever delivers the information, so that should create that should ignite their thought process the same way you have done it. And I could see that more people have put in a lot of questions on IoT, and they also have thought process of biological methods also. Apart from engineering, they have come about talking about the DNA and RNA too. So it's a very good information that has been thrown to the public, and I really appreciate. I don't have a word to appreciate Suresh, that in spite of his busy schedule, even in during this COVID period, he is working 24/7 in his college, and be a part of it. Within the time period, he has come down to deliver the lectures. And although he has done a lot of things in electrical system to motivate more people, he has come down to talk about cyber security, so which is the talk of the town right away. So every people who are connected to a node, I believe so, some of the students have asked about the Zoom player too. So everywhere the connectivity is there. So every time when we connect, we have a threat. We think that someone is following us. So that threat has been revealed, and we need not have any such complications, like someone is watching or someone is going to intrude into your system. So that has been clarified by Suresh, and I think that it is a wonderful session that could be watched in YouTube also at a later time. So like whenever we have such clarification, we can also throw queries to Suresh, so who is a wonderful person. I personally know him, so I need to give a few words about his personal conduct too. He is always a helping mind, and he always used to motivate people. So wherever he goes, he set his benchmark so in such a way that right now he has done a lot of social activity, and he has connected waste management in Coimbatore, and he also connected the municipality people to help out the turn the villages to more of automated system. And the engineering has brought, as he started up with the things like said, an engineer is a god. So the same way, all the engineers who are listening also, they need to make themselves as a deity who have been followed by or prayed by all their parents actually. So the disciplinary mode that is been given by them is about the social activities. When you do some social service, automatically you are becoming a godfather for everyone. The same way he has given, he has touched each and everything. So discipline to cyber security has got a lot of shifting, but still he has touched everything. And thank you so much, Suresh. Thank you so much for your time. And as Gokul said, we need to thank the college too, so who has given the this particular laboratory to be utilized, and also deliver the lecture. So thank you so much.
Balamurugan, all the people in the group is like, no, they know Tamil.
Somewhat, some 10 to 15 people knows Tamil, although Tamil is a language which is a national language which has been accredited. You can talk, at least they can use
No,
this.
just I want to, I want to give you last only one quote that's just going to end it.
Yes, they can Google it and translate it. You can give. Go ahead, Suresh.
And people asked for some kind of links. I would just like to share you those links to you through you, and I will just send those links to them later. Okay. For every engineer's loan, I used to say like, be sustainable, always be a creator, and have a positive energy in yourself. Always don't never think about negative things. There are a lot of negative things will give an impact on you, but never think about any negative things. Always keep positive. In that way, there is a quote in Tamil. I want to please allow me permission to talk in Tamil in this particular forum, because a lot of people are there with different areas and different culture, different languages. But still I'm from Tamil Nadu. I want to give you one in Tamil. முடியும் என நீ நினைத்தால், முடியும் என நீ நினைத்தால் உன் மூளையில் கூட மின்சாரம் பிறப்பெடுக்க செய்யலாம். உன் மூளையில் கூட மின்சாரம் பிறப்பெடுக்க செய்யலாம். முடியும் என்று எண்ணிப்பார், முடியும் என்று எண்ணிப்பார். நிமிர்ந்து நிற்கின்ற பொழுது, நீ குளிர்ந்து நிற்கின்ற பொழுது இமயம் பெரிதுதான். சற்று நிமிர்ந்து பார், சற்று முயற்சி எடுத்து நிமிர்ந்து பார், நிமிர்ந்து பார், இமயத்தின் மீது ஏறி பார். அந்த இமயம் கூட இடுப்பு அளவுதான் நீ இமயத்தின் மீது நிற்கின்ற பொழுது. அந்த இமயம் கூட இடுப்பு அளவுதான் நீ இமயத்தின் மீது நிற்கின்ற பொழுது. முயற்சி செய், தொடர்ந்து முயற்சி செய், முடியும் வரை முயற்சி செய். முடியும் என்று நான் கூறுவது அந்த காரியம் முடியும் வரை. தொடர்ந்து பேசுவோம், இணைந்திருங்கள். உங்களுடன் சுரேஷ். தேங்க்யூ Munadal for the patient listening. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I think wonderful said. Definitely, I think India is a huge populated, youth generated country. I think they should not leave their hope. The hope and confidence is very, very important in their complete life. So definitely, I think they have been like maybe start of the internship to till today, till at this minute. I think there are more like a motivational scenario is brought to the speakers. Definitely, they would have taken up this hope and confidence with their hard work. Definitely, they can go to the higher level wherever they want to achieve. It can be even like a Microsoft CEO or like a Prime Minister of a country also. It's in their hand. Definitely, they can take it to the level. Thank you so much. I think it's wonderful evening. I think so we have completed the 15 hours of our internship program with the wonderful session on IoT and the cyber security from our Dr. S. Suresh. Thank you so much for your inspiring talk. So I think now I think it's a time. I think we are getting inside the queues. So people, you be ready. There might be like a 5 I think sessions have been completed till today. So we are going to put up some quiz questions. You can able to answer it. So consolidately we will give up the winner. So I think we will start off with this session itself. I think Dr. S. Suresh has given an insight about this technology. So now the first question starts with this IoT. So he said about 4M to M. So he said about 4M to M. So what is that? I think 3M to M and last M to G, I can say. So this 4, what is that? So your time starts now. So you can take some 10 seconds. I think first 5 people will be taken up. So I wanted all these 4, not only 1M to M, 4M to M. This is 3M to M and 1M to G, I can say. So who is pouring this 4-1 will be considered. I think our chat box is taking up very. Okay, I think we are closing up right now. So thank you for the first answer, whatever the people have given it. Now we are getting into the second question, I think with our yesterday, the Ilongo Rangaswamy. So, okay, I'm not going to ask any cues from this session. So he have received one Man of the Year award in 2013. Who is given? Which organization has given that Man of the Year award 2013? Okay, thank you. I think everybody is saying the correct answer. And the third question is from our Dureraj sir. So he said about many things about rocket and the development significance and insight. So he said about the one rocket, I think in the first attempt it was failed. So which rocket it is? No, when he is a APD, not as a SLB, when he is an associate project director, as a project director, the first rocket has been failed. I think he is not on a PSLV APD. So yeah, now we are getting some good answer. So as an APD, I think he okay. So Nike Apache. What is it? Apache is coming inside. Nike Apache. Okay, and I think last question. I think Balamurgan, you can just throw from Kameshwar Ranki, sir. Bala. Okay. So chat box is full. So okay, the last one. The Kameshwar Ranki sir has said about many things. So which organization he was representing? The name of his organization. Okay, thank you. So yeah, we are closing our queues of 5 questions of last 5 session. So maybe I think as it is general module, we are just giving up very lightly. So once we are getting inside the specific module, I think your results will be more tough. It can be like a calculative model or like an something like a descriptive mode. So we are yeah, now we are getting inside the evaluation and feedback. So I think the people, I think everyone can switch on their video. So yes, thank you. So what about Akila, Avinash, Bharat, Anusha, Arun Kumar, Indra, Manikandan, and then Manikandan Prabhu, Naveen, Rajalakshmi, Sandhya, Sanjay, Sanatraj, Siddharth, and Yashwant. So I think you have to come in the video mode. So okay, I think we can get inside our feedback session. So I think again, 5 people can give the feedback session as fast. So you can open, like you can unmute yourself and you can give a feedback of today's session. So I want a new participants, like whoever has given the feedback session last 2 days, I think they have to come as a proactive mode. They have to come forward. So yeah, funny, I think you can unmute yourself and you can able to give your feedback.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
Is it audible?
Please introduce yourself and yeah, audible.
Yes. Good evening to all. I am Panindra, pursuing chemical engineering from IEIT Basel. So I would like to address few points over this past 16-hour session. Then I will conclude with my feedback. So the first thing I would like to address is the registration process. I don't know the registration process. It was changed a couple of times. I think I myself has registered for 2 times. Once there was a like you mentioned topics like all other topics, chemical engineering topics, mechanical engineering topics, all EC topics, and another URL you didn't mention anything, and there is a screenshot or add file. So all of them were assume that it is like a normal offline registration. So I assume that they are you given topics, so the respective internship would be through the topics that I felt. So the scenario was different. I think you might have thought put it in a best different way. So we all expected in an offline session, as it is as an offline session, but the expectation we put, and you are come up with a different path. So the expectations when you are the expectation wouldn't reach, it will make some disappointment. So that's one point I would like to raise. Next point is the day one session. Day one session, it was very very informative. That it was like sea of information we are thrown into that, and we don't know where to go. Very much informative, but rather than inspirational. I personally think that more than information, like struggles faced by the speakers and their and their stories will inspire more than their information. I personally feel like that. Even the live examples are when Duraraje sir or Geeta Lakshmi ma'am or
Funny, I want today feedback, not yesterday's. The plans of
I'll cover
yesterday and day before yesterday, no, it is over. So today I think you can give it.
Okay.
Because we don't want to lengthen the feedback session. Yeah.
Yes. I'll conclude in less than 1 minute. Fine.
No problem.
Overall, I'll say that day 2 was the maxima, day 1 was the minima, and day 3 was moderate, sir. Basing on all this, I would like to conclude that my feedback is 8 out of 10.
That is for today.
Today. Overall, sir.
Okay.
Overall. Past
I think you are confusing. I don't want 15 hours. I want only today. Okay, then. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, fine. Yeah, we will take up your feedback. Definitely, I think there are so many topics has been given. So in the subject module, it is going to be covered.
Yes.
Nothing to worry about it. So definitely, I think our team will work on that, and we will give up.
Sir, my suggestion. One suggestion, sir.
Yeah. Yes.
Please keep it as a for every 1 hour or 1 hour 15 minutes. Please give a break of 15 minutes or 15 to 20 minutes, as Harish said. That's also my suggestion.
Okay.
We have no problem taking
but,
5 to 6 hours of sessions. No problem in that. But
yes.
give a interval in between.
Yeah, well taken. I think we will take
Finally,
your suggestions.
One more thing. I would like to appreciate you all for taking this initiation. On behalf of our IEIT college, I would like to appreciate you all and thankful to your teams.
Okay, thank you so much. Definitely, we will well said, and we will take it up all the necessary feedback. Yes. And I think you need not to worry. Year after, the only 2 sessions going to be the one in the morning and another in the evening. So lots of breaks are there. So thank you. Yes. I think the next participants, Avinash, I think you can go ahead.
A very good evening, sir. The first session is regarding the hazards. I think it was a very good session because it helps us to know what we have to do if we are in the industry or in any factories, and we should how to regarding the equipments which we have to prefer during if we are going in if we are pursuing any work. So the equipments the safety equipments which he mentioned, I think it's a very important for us and for our life also. So that session was very very good. And the next session, that this evening session, I am talking about that IoT, and it plays very important role in our life also. So as we know that very well, the devices, there are very very more chances of hacking, as we can see that many issues can be takes place. As I have said that recently this incident regarding hacking takes place in Australia, as it is targeted as said that it is done by China. So how can we protect our country from such hacking? This plays a very crucial. What I mean to say, we have to take some steps so that we can also protect our 20 from such and overall the session was very very good. And if I have to, if I have to rate this session, I give 8 to 8.5, sir. Hello.
Yeah, thank you, Avinash, for your feedback.
Yes.
Yeah, can we have the third participants who is on the pipeline? So who is ready? Another 3 more. Open up. 3 days are over. Still, you people are very idle. Who's ready?
Sir, I want to add, sorry, can I, sir, I have a query regarding that what a student will do when he will facing some network issue during this session, sir. Because sometimes,
Don't worry about it. I think any of the materials will be given to you. See, certainly this network issue may happen due to because your internet, capacity, that is your GB would have been completed, you will face the same thing. Otherwise, like your device something problem. So anyhow, we are going to share all the materials, including the video session to you after the general module. So nothing to worry. So everything will be in your hands.
okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So can I invite Roja? So Roja, she said I'm ready. So she can give her session.
Yes, sir.
Give
Good
her
evening,
feedback.
sir. Good evening, all.
Yeah.
Sir, today both sessions are very informative and interesting. Today there is only 2 sessions. By that we can listen peacefully. Until now, I thought that I have to get a job and I have to settle. By listening all these sessions, I decided to do that something I have to do this for society. Something we have to invite new things like that, I thought. And today's sessions are both are very interesting. I can give 9.8 out of 10.
Okay, great.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Roja, for your well feedback. So now Shruti Krishnan. Shruti is there.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Shruti, please proceed.
The first session was actually very good, but the second session, the evening session, I wasn't very impressed. The presentation was good, but the Q&A session, I wasn't like impressed with with his answers, sir, because most of the questions he kind of like explained it and explained about the sensors. I didn't make sense to me, because how can I ask a question? How can a device detect or recognize humans' emotions? I don't know how sensors can actually do that. He gave an explanation regarding the temperatures. It wasn't very convincing to me. So, but his presentation was very good. So I would give an 8 out of 10.
For both.
Both the sessions, sir. Morning and
Okay.
evening.
Okay. Thank you, Shruti. Let us invite Purnima.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Am I
Please
audible?
give your feedback.
Yeah.
Yes. Very clear.
Coming to today's session, in the morning session, Zishan Ali sir explained about safety measures and hazards, so it was very useful. And in the evening session, Suresh sir explained elaborately about IoT, and it was really informative session. And that's it, sir. My rating is 9 out of 10 for today's session.
Okay. Thank you. So yeah, well, I think people have given the valuable feedback. So everything has been taken into consider, because we cannot able to correct ourselves when we are not getting a proper feedback. So definitely every day is a new day for us, and we will correct and we'll bring it up a defined process how we can able to change it. So I think somebody was asking about something on assignment. So who's that? I think they can open up and they ask. Prakash, you are there?
Prakash has left Gokul, so you can
Sir, yes,
proceed.
sir.
Okay.
Sir, available, sir.
Yeah.
Sir,
Available. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
available,
Who
sir.
wanted about some inquiry about assignments? They can unmute and they can give.
Yes, sir. Whoever has sent assignment, it is good.
Yeah, Avinash
And
has
also I
asked.
received.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Prakash, he asked, please elaborate about the assignment.
Okay, sir. Okay. Name, sir. Who is the candidate name?
Sir,
Avinash.
this is
Avinash.
Avinash, sir. Avinash.
Okay. Okay, Avinash. What is your doubt on this assignment, Avinash?
Sir, in this, the master hazard identification and a risk assessment, where I can see the example of the above, which is shown in the serial number 1.1, and I think we have to answer. Then we have to fill the worksheet that is as a 1.2. But on which
Yes,
basis,
it's a
what type of
1.1. It is
activity?
yes,
Yes,
the
sir.
1.1 is nothing but it's an example, pure
Yes,
example, how
yes,
you
sir.
must do your worksheet. But you can start with one asset, and we need around more than 10 activities. We have shown the column like sub activities, right? So we
Yes, sir.
need more than 10 activities, irrespective. The activities must related to your engineering field. If you are in chemical, you must have related to the chemical activities. So
So,
please take care about the activities which is related to your department, not other department. So and as well as pick the right PPP. That is more important. We need a different PPP. You must. This is all about. You must have knowledge on PPP. That is the exercise what is given. So you must search the PPP. It's a different PPP for a different activity.
sir, what type of, especially what type of activity which we would like to, we have to include in? Can any
If
examples?
your engineering stream, please.
Yes, sir.
What?
So my department is aeronautical background, sir.
Okay, aeronautical. If it's aeronautical, what is the safety precautions for a
Okay.
noise or a noise? So if the people will be on testing, right?
Yes, sir.
The huge noise will be there. What is
Yes, sir.
the personal equipment protection they are doing for the noise for a person who is standing over there, right? This is an
Yes, sir.
activity where you are testing a aeroplane, right? In that the work technician will be working. So you must take one activity in that. So you frame the risk of it before the protection equipment is not there. Then you have a base risk. Then you put a right PPP. So you will get a risk will be reduced. That is the exercise. So you must
Oh,
identify first in your aeronautical what are the activities has been done.
yes, sir.
So research on that. You got around one day after. So research on that. Yeah, I taken one example of your department.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
like that
Prakash, I
the
think we
different
can.
will be there.
Yes.
Hmm.
So
Thank you.
please take care of that.
Yes,
Thank you, sir.
Prakash, I think we can extend one more day, I think. Till
Yes, we
tomorrow, they
can go
can
ahead,
take
sir.
up
We
time.
can go ahead around 24
Yeah.
evening. We can extend.
Thank you. Well, I think assignment is going on. I think many people have participated. So still, I think many have yet to submit their assignment. So you can submit it maybe to our Prakash sir, who is WhatsApp, or to us mail also. And I think tomorrow, I think very important. I think we have two more sessions to complete our general module. So one will be in the morning. Similarly, one will be in the evening. So we will complete it. One is from CPCL, who is going to join as a senior manager. And the evening, there is a person who is a nuclear scientist. So they both are going to join. And I appreciate, I think tomorrow, I think we have one sessions from your intern itself. So we appreciate Minabi from Hindustan. I think she has sent a PPT to give a presentation. So maybe we will start with her tomorrow the day. I think maybe around 10 o'clock we can start. I think she has done a wonderful work on energy conservation. So let us listen. So the day is for you, Minabi,
I
tomorrow.
like
So
to
you
add
can,
a point, sir, regarding that candidate,
yes,
sir. That
yes,
Hira,
yes.
what the assignment has filled by that candidate is good, sir. Is very good. She has
Okay.
done it very well. What we expect, sir.
Okay, great, great.
Thank you,
Big
Okay.
sir.
applause.
Thank you,
Can
sir,
everybody
for the
can give a big
acknowledgement.
applause? The candidates who has given. You can every participants can give a clap on that for her for his her assignment.
Thank you, everyone, for the acknowledgement.
Yes. So
Okay.
like
So
that,
this is
every
a
candidate
motivation.
must have that spirit.
Yes.
So go ahead with your assignment. We have extended for 24 one day for your. We will be publishing your idea on a book also. So be serious on that and take time.
Yes. Thank you, Prakash. I think lots of appreciation is coming for her. So like that, I think you can also make some kind of a PPT. And if you're ready, I think we will give you a chance of 15 minutes. So you can present it and you can prove you are also a speaker among the intern. And so that a special appreciation will be given to the speakers. So I think it's good. So you are all part of the intern. So don't be idle. I think every small work you do, I think it always keeps you motivated. So at last, after the completions of the internship, you feel that, yeah, I have done something which I'm not able to do that. So that's what we brought so many people, experts. It's not only general module. So people brought their own experiences and what they could not able to achieve something around the past 30 years. They wanted to give it to you people who can do it with 3 years also. So with this, I think we are closing up. So tomorrow, I think maybe 9:45 to 10 o'clock we can start. We will post you all the timings and the speakers topic posters in our WhatsApp group. So stay connected. So same way, stay away from the COVID. So we have to have a war against the COVID. Definitely, we will overcome that, and we will place our own country in a very safe zone. So thank you so much for all of you, and thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you, participants, for your patience.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Prakash, you can close, I think.
Suresh sir is a host, sir. Suresh sir can.
Yes, Suresh is there. Actually, he can close it better way. Suresh, are you there? Okay, I'll call up and make him to close. Okay then, thank you.